Buenos dias. I hope you guys are having a great start to your 2021. What a journey 2020 was. Things are not promised that they will get better, but I know we will make a great year this year. Many of us had to scramble at the beginning of the last year to hunker down and find a place to work from home. And I knew I wasn't the only one wanting to rip my hair off, knowing all the distractions that would be at home. I, for one, didn't have the space in a one-bedroom apartment living with Andrea and my son, so it was really hard to actually come up with a space there for the both of us and just deal with my son. So luckily I was able to get this house, and I have a one bedroom here that is kind of like a spare bedroom, and I converted it into a office / studio, and that's what I kind of want to show you guys today. Now this place is a mess, but let me clean it up real quick and I'll show you guys some helpful things that I've learned along the way. I wish you all the best I can, and I stop myself for a while. So first things first, the chair. Before the pandemic hit, I was working from home once a week, and that was every so often. I really don't like working from home, but during the pandemic, during the lockdown, working from home every single day, so a chair is definitely important. I noticed that right away. Just sitting down, being tired, back's hurting, can't even stand up, because you're just working away. So a chair like this is super important. This specific chair literally feels like I'm sitting on clouds. I love the fact that it has armrests and it swivels. There's chairs that do swivel, chairs that don't. I love that this one swivels, especially when I need to turn around and do something or walk out of the room. I just love the fact that it just turns and I can do that. This chair goes up and down too. I don't really care for that. It has wheels in the bottom. I love that. So just a really good chair is highly important for having a office at home. All right, so next up is a standing desk. So I got this Uplift standing desk sometime after we moved in here. Before this, I was using an IKEA tabletop with 2 trestles, and that worked great for a once a week thing, night editing, things like that. But once we started, being on lockdown, back started hurting, and, it was just, I don't know, it was I guess you can say excruciating, just because I had no way of standing up and working the way that I was used to in the office. So Uplift standing desk. This thing, sorry, I'm a little sick. This thing was amazing. An amazing purchase. The fact that it has this real cool control where I can have it go up or go down. This is not the level that I work on. I actually work a little bit lower than this, but it's just amazing that I can just push a button and it'll go straight up. So let's just see that, right? Amazing cable management skills right there. A couple other cool features about this desk is that it has an ergonomic curve in the front. I love that because I can just feel comfortable right in front of this desk. I don't have an edge right onto my stomach. It has 2 kind of like holes on it on the front or on the back part. I asked them to send me like some outlets. So in one of these I have 2 outlets, and the other one I actually just asked for a cover on it. I was so happy to discover that I have a IKEA wireless charger that actually fits in that hole. So I can just simply grab my phone and I can just put it on top of the charger and it just charges away. I love that. Another cool thing is I got a writing pad for my desk, and this thing is great. Before that, on my IKEA desk, I had a thicker pad, kind of like a silicone type, jelly type, and every time I would write on a paper, the pencil or the pen would just kind of like indented, and I hated that. And this writing pad, it's kind of like a leather type material. It's probably fake leather, but feels like leather. And every time I write on a piece of paper, you know, it writes well. It writes great. There's no markings on the paper, and it's perfect for what I need it for. So all in all, great desk. One other thing, it has wheels, so whenever I'm moving the desk, if I want to rearrange the room, it has wheels, so it's easy to move the desk around. I don't need to have someone else come help me. I can just move it on my own. So great desk, highly recommended. If it's not an Uplift desk, I've heard of another brand, I can't remember what it's called, but just a standing desk is great overall over a regular desk that does not move and does not help you stand up and get that stretch that you need throughout the day. So I got used to working on 2 screens at work, and once we hit the pandemic, I only had my laptop and I had this long monitor, and later on a second monitor came, and I was so happy because I was so used to working with 2 monitors at work at the office. So happy that I got a second monitor, and I went out and I purchased the same exact monitor. So now I have 2 identical monitors, and let me tell you, this is amazing. Whenever you have your regular platform that you work out of, and you have your spreadsheets, or you have the internet, or you have whatever the case may be, you're toggling between 2 screens. 2 monitors is essential. It is amazing. It's made life so much easier to work. I know of coworkers that used to work just off their laptop, just on the couch, and that works for some people. It possibly only works for some time. But once you have a workstation and you have a setup like this, it makes life a whole lot easier to work. So I definitely recommend 2 monitors. If you can do something like this, I highly suggest it. All right, so the other thing I wanted to mention was this riser. I don't know if it's called a riser, but that's what I'm gonna call it. Before this, I had stacks of books, and I even had my drone box right underneath the monitor. This is the wide monitor that I was talking about a little bit ago. It's a great thing to have. I will tell you that if you're working on your laptop and you're constantly looking down, you might have a little bit of pain on the back of your neck. This kind of prevents it. I'm not a health expert, I'm just guessing here, but it's something good for you to, you know, maybe avoid that type of pain. And it's nice. You can have, like, you know, like in my case, I have a laptop down here, I have my keyboard, I have a couple other things that I use. Great piece of gear to have for your, you know, at-home workstation. This is now my editing station, so I actually have the IKEA desk here. You know, my wide monitor and my riser and stuff like that. You know, just making tiny improvements here and there whenever I can. I'm not throwing this stuff away. This stuff costs me money, and it's stuff that I can use, and I have the space for it. So, boom, here it is. So the last thing I want to talk about is AirPods versus a headset. So obviously AirPods are Apple. These are the popular choice. These are the cool choice, the hip thing. They're wireless, they're awesome. I can talk with them, I can answer phone calls, I can listen to music with them. Great thing to have. But what I noticed was that every time I popped them in my ears, it would kind of like dry the inside of my ear. So it would kind of like be scratchy, be irritating. And then they would die after, like, you know, those long meetings, they would die after like an hour or 2. I didn't really like these because of that. So I started looking for another solution. So in came this headset that I saw a coworker of mine have. So the headset is Plantronics. The charging base is poly. Plantronics is now poly. So these they still work. You know, they're meant for each other. But anyways, these have, you know, the speakers on the inside, so, you know, you can just wear it like this without having to pop anything in your ear. It has a mic on the side, it has a volume, it has a mute button on the side. I love this thing. It's great. And you know, this base keeps my headset charging. I love that. These do last a lot longer when I have those long conferences where they're like 2, 3, 4 hours. They last a lot longer than the AirPods do. The other thing that I just remembered, whenever my son is working with me, and by working I mean he's sitting next to me and he's on his iPad throughout the day, sometimes these connect to the iPad, and it's so annoying when I'm in a meeting and all of a sudden I start hearing blippy through the AirPods. It's so annoying. So these, better choice. I love these. I highly recommend these for working from home. If you just want to be cool, you just want to be hip, AirPods are the way to go. So there you have it. This is exactly how I turn the spare bedroom into a working place, into a /studio space. And by no means is any place perfect. I'm so happy that I have a place like this, that I can have a space like this. This space is constantly changing. From the time I wrote the script to the time I'm shooting, it's a little bit different. And possibly by the time you see this video, it's gonna be a little different as well. I'm constantly trying new things, reviewing things, see what works for me, what doesn't work for me. If you happen to have something that you want me to review, something you want me to test out, let me know in the description below. Maybe send me a DM. I can definitely review it for you. But yeah, other than that, if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below. And I really hope that this video was very helpful for you to maybe, you know, make certain decisions on things that you want to try out in your working space. And yeah, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed that. So I guess I'll talk to you guys then. Take care. How do I don't know. I can't cover this.